What's up everyone, welcome back to another edition of Red Rhino Nation. Today we recap the final week of Rhino's Minor League Clan War, Week 10. After this week, we will begin the playoffs. As soon as this week's done, and we know the playoff schedule, I'll make sure to upload it for you guys. The Red Rhinos have had a pretty successful Season 2 of Minor League Clan Wars. We've defeated clans such as Cryptik Voiid, Red Eclipse, The Elite, Hired Goons, and Handicapped Circus. Now coming into Week 10, Rhino's record sat at 8-1. Rhino's only blemish on our record came against Empire, where we lost 57 to 57, 96.85 to 96.50. We lost by only 0.35 of a percentage point. Goes to show every percentage point counts, so make sure you higher ups pick off any undefended outer buildings with cheap troops such as minions or archers. You never know when it could mean the difference between a W or an L. So Red Rhino's final regular season opponent for Week 10 was Cryptik Voiid. This was our second meeting this season. The previous meeting came back on Week 3, I believe, where the Red Rhinos just snuck out the win. 57 to 57, 95.95 to Void's 95.30%. Rhinos winning by a narrow 0.65 of a percentage point. Now based on Rhino's last war against Cryptik Voiid, we knew we were probably in for a tough, tight war. This week's war was a real back and forth affair. It was close the whole way through. It seemed like every time the Rhinos got a 3-star, Cryptik was right behind with a 3 of their own. Halfway through, it was as close as it could be. Rhinos led 38 to 36. Let's check out a couple attacks from the first half. First up is the fourth attack of the war. We have Rhino's number 9, Javier Pimentel, taking on Cryptik's number 9, Fahi. Javier's coming in hot with a shattered Gola Loon. He'll start out by using a single balloon to wipe out the southern outer cannon. By taking out that cannon, Javier does two things. Number 1, he saves hit points on his golem, and number 2, he's able to place that first golem where he wanted it. Had he left that cannon, the golem's going right for that cannon. He starts by dropping a golem and a couple wizards in the bottom southeast side. He starts by taking out the garbage. He wants to try and take out that cannon and that archer tower in the south side. He won't be jumping into that compartment, so he wants to try and take those out early. He drops another golem on that mortar in the southeast, as well as a couple wizards to create that nice wide funnel. He drops his heroes to try and take out that barbarian king who's teeing off on his golem. Drops a nice jump spell, gets into all those compartments. He gets into the expo, the sweeper, the other sweeper, the barbarian king altar. A hound has come in out of the clan castle. He drops a nice rage, gets all of his kill squad unit. Now as the queen takes down the first air defense, she begins taking the jump to go in to take on that hound. That hound is definitely slowing her down. As it pops, her and those couple wizards have got to take out all those pups. He drops a nice poison, gets all those pups. The queen then takes down the second air defense. He's still got a golem alive, tanking that first expo. The queen takes down that first expo. She's then going to go left and try and take on those Teslas. As she gets pretty low, she has to use her cloak ability. To keep her alive, he then sends the Laloon portion of the attack. He sends in 2 hounds on the first air defense, as well as some nice widespread balloons on the point defenses. He's very patient on these spells. He realizes there's not much touching his balloons on this portion, so he doesn't use the spells. He then drops a third hound on the north air defense, as well as some balloons on the point defenses, to keep that main group of balloons in a forward progression towards that wizard towers in the east. He's still got 2 hastes in the bag. He's still got 2 near full lava hounds. It's definitely going to come down to time. It's definitely clutch that he kept that queen alive. Had he not kept that queen alive, this probably wouldn't have been a 3-star. So timing on the Laloon portion was definitely critical. He takes down that last wizard tower. He's now starting to use those hastes on those remaining balloons to try and beat the clock. Now he drops that second haste. He's definitely going to get this. Look at that queen. She's barely alive. Great plan, great 3-star by Javier Pimentel. The next attack I'm going to feature from the war is Rhino's number 6, Rat, going in against Cryptik's number 4, J-Forge. Rat's going to be coming in from the northeast with a Shattered Gula Loon attack. Rat begins his attack by dropping an archer on the north builder hut. You guys want to make sure you take archers for these corner buildings. I can't count how many times I've seen 99% because people neglect to take out these corner huts and they just run out of time. He then drops a wizard in the east to do the same thing as well as create that east side of the funnel. He then drops a golem right in the middle targeting that air defense in the northeast side. He then drops his Archer Queen. He's using his Archer Queen to create that funnel. It's very risky unless you absolutely know what you're doing. Right here he's made that nice side of the funnel on the east, so he knows his queen is going to path towards the north, towards his jump spell that he just dropped. So his golems are heading in, he drops his king to take out that dark barracks, everything's moving in, he then triggers out the clan castle, looks like he's got a baby dragon and a wizard out, so he's only got half of it taken out so far. He drops a nice poison, gets the baby dragon and the wizard. The queen's distracted, takes out the first expo, the Iron Fist goes down, bombs are going off in the middle, queen's doing her work, and this starts the Laloon portion. Drops his first hound, he really wanted those balloons into the core quickly, he double hastes those bad boys into the core. The first hound is about to pop, he then drops some more support balloons. His queen and his king are both down, so it's up to the air portion of the attack. He drops his third hound, it pops up a Tesla farm. He's got one rage left, he drops it on those Tesla farm. That rage was well used, now he's going to drop his 2 skeleton spells on top of that queen to take her out quickly. His balloons take down that second expo. Those pups are going to work, he's got so many pups cleaning up this base, it's unbelievable. He's got so many balloons. It just goes to show if you have a great plan, little mistakes can happen. A good plan, you can still overcome those. Looks good, he's just got cleanup. What a great plan and a great 3-star from Rat. And then with 4 hours left in war, Rhinos led 57-54. The bases left on each side were Rhinos number 1, which had been 2-starred, number 2 had been 2-starred, number 4 had been 2-starred, number 8 had been 1-starred, and number 17 had been 2-starred. Left on Cryptik's side was their number 1, which had been 2-starred, their number 2, which had been 2-starred, and number 5 that had been 2-starred. And then Red Rhinos number 1, Professor Cuddles, decided he wanted to try and add a 3rd star to their number 2, Dark Saul, which would increase Rhino's lead to 4 stars. Let's see if he got it. So Cuddles will be coming in from the south with a cold-blooded Gobo Lalo, with some funneling minions and wizards. He begins his attack by dropping 2 minions on each the barracks and the elixir mine in the southwest, creating the left side of the funnel. He then drops a golem on the south mortar to tank all those point defenses. He then drops some wizards on the right to create that right side of the funnel. He's now going to drop his king and his queen to get that punch strong, heading towards that core. He drops his jump spell, gets right into that core. He drops his bowlers. Looks like every single one of those bowlers is gonna go inside. He drops a nice rage, gets all his kill squad, but then one bowler, he sees a danger, takes his ball and he goes home. That's okay, he's got several still under that rage doing some mad damage. His queen is still full health with her ability. Takes down that middle wizard tower, she's starting to get low. She's forced to use her cloak ability. She takes down that first expo and that triggers the Laloon portion of the attack. He then drops his first hound followed by a couple of support balloons, targeting the point defenses. He then sends his second hound in from the east, followed by some more balloons to take out the point defenses. He drops a couple nice haste, gets all of those balloons heading towards that air defense. He drops his third hound, goes to that third air defense, Drops some more balloons on the point defenses. Everything's looking great. He's still got several balloons. He's still got a freeze. He's still got a rage. And the last air defense is just about toast. He freezes that last Inferno tower. He rages towards it. It goes down. He's still got an unpopped Hound, and there's no defenses left that can target it. This was an absolute demolish, crazy attack. Great attack by Professor. He starts to clean up. He still had 3 balloons in the bag, so he spread those out along the outside of the base with some minions to try and clean up those outer buildings. That sometimes can be a bad thing when you don't get those hounds to pop. You want those hounds to pop to get those pups out, to get that cleanup done quickly. But it looks like he's going to have just enough time to get this 3-star. What a great attack by Professor Cuddles. It was definitely a clutch attack that Rhinos really needed. What a great 3-star attack. To really take the wind out of the sails of Cryptik Voiid. You got that feeling after this 3-star, both sides knew it was over. The Red Rhinos really finished the regular season strong, with the final score being 59-56. One measly star away from the perfect war. This win increased Rhinos' record to 9-1. Both sides had great attacks. For example, Cryptik's number 2 had a really great 3-star Golem, Bowler, Witch combo attack. Timed near perfectly. Spread amazingly. I really give it to Cryptik Voiid. They put up a hell of a fight both times we met them this season. This war was a lot closer than the war map shows. A few breaks gone the other way, this could easily have been a different outcome. So I told you our record, let's see where everyone is at in the standings as of last time they updated it. In 8th place is Sparto Agoge. In 7th place, Hired Goons. In 6th place is the awesome I bet you thought I was going to say Red Rhinos. It is Red Eclipse. In 5th place is Handicap Circus. In 4th place, our Week 10's opponent, Cryptik Voiid. In 3rd place, the Elite. And finally, the top 2 teams in Minor Clan War League, Archer Queen League. Number 2, the only clan to beat us this season, Empire. And in 1st place, you guessed it, yours truly, Red Rhinos. This season has really been a blast. If your clan's not in a league and you want to gauge where your clan's at by going up against some of the best clans the game has to offer, definitely do your homework on all the different leagues available to you to find the one that best suits your skill level. Now that the regular season's over with, and the Rhinos are headed to the playoffs, I'll do my best to keep you up to date on Rhinos' run for the championship. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like. Rhino Nation is 3 subs away from hitting our very first milestone of 100 subscribers. If you like the content, make sure you all support us by subscribing. And if you guys have any ideas for upcoming content, leave it in the comments. The Twitter handle's in the description. I watch it all. I've been given some great ideas already. So you guys are helping me mold the channel to one that you guys love to watch. Now with that being said, this video has been brought to you in part by Firefly's 2-Steppin' Hog Riders. This has been Red Rhino Nation helping you raise your bar to 3-star.